You know that feeling when you walk into a room and something feels different? Not wrong, just different. Like the air shifted. Like something holy just brushed past you. Maybe you felt it in your own home. A stillness you can't explain. A warmth that has no source. You might have wondered if you imagined it. But what if you didn't? What if heaven was closer than you thought? Today, I want to share something with you. 7 quiet signs that angels may have entered your home. Not loud, not dramatic, just gentle, just real. And maybe, just maybe, you've already noticed them. Let's begin. The first sign is an unexplained peace. You're in the middle of chaos. The bills are piling up. The kids are loud. Your mind is racing. And then, out of nowhere, you feel calm. A deep, unexplainable calm. It doesn't make sense. Nothing around you changed. But something inside you did. That peace, that's not from you. It's not something you worked up or talked yourself into. It's a gift. And gifts like that come from above. The Gospel of John, 14th chapter, tells us that Jesus leaves us his peace. Not the kind the world gives, but a peace that guards your heart, even when everything around you is falling apart. When angels are near, they carry that peace with them. You feel it before you understand it. It settles over you like a blanket. It quiets the noise. It stills the storm inside your chest. That's not coincidence. That's heaven touching earth. Right there in your kitchen, right there in your bedroom. The second sign is a sudden sense of comfort in your sorrow. Maybe you lost someone. Maybe your heart is breaking. And in the middle of that pain, you feel held. Not by hands you can see, but held all the same. Like someone whispered, "You're not alone." Angels are messengers of God's comfort. They don't erase your pain, but they sit with you in it. The book of Psalms, 34th chapter says, "The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them." You might not see them, but you feel their presence. A warmth in the coldest night. A whisper in the loudest silence. There are moments when grief feels unbearable, when you wonder if morning will ever come. And then, something shifts. You sense that you're being carried, that even in your weakness, you're being upheld. That's the ministry of angels. They bring the comfort of God to broken hearts. The third sign is the gentle stirring to pray. You weren't planning to pray. Maybe you haven't prayed in days, but suddenly you feel it. A pull, a nudge, like someone is inviting you to speak, to lift your voice, to open your heart. That's not random. Angels long to see us connected to God. They don't force it, they invite it. You might be washing dishes or lying in bed, and the thought comes, pray, just pray. And when you do, it feels like the room gets lighter. That stirring, that's heaven reaching down and saying, "Come closer." Prayer doesn't have to be perfect. Angels know this. Prayer is simply talking to the one who loves you. And when they stir your heart to pray, they're opening a door between your world and his. Don't ignore that feeling. Follow it. Let it draw you back. The fourth sign is protection you can't explain. You almost had an accident, but you didn't. You were about to make a terrible decision, but something stopped you. You felt a warning, a check in your spirit, a voice that said, "No, not that way." Maybe you brushed it off as luck, but luck doesn't guard your life the way God does. Angels are sent to protect. The book of Psalms, 91st chapter, promises that he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Sometimes that protection is invisible. You never see the danger you were spared from, but it was real, and so was the hand that shielded you. Think about the close calls in your life, the moments when things could have gone so differently, the times when you should have been hurt but you weren't. Those weren't accidents, those were interventions. Angels working behind the scenes to keep you safe. If this is stirring something in your heart, consider subscribing so we can keep sharing Jesus together. The fifth sign is a sudden awareness of God's presence. You're sitting alone, and then, without trying, You feel him. You feel God. Closer than your breath. Warmer than the sun. You didn't do anything to earn it. You didn't pray a perfect prayer or read 10 chapters. You were just there, and he met you. Angels usher in the presence of God. They are worshipers. And where they are, worship rises. When you feel him near, don't question it. Receive it. That closeness is a gift. The Gospel of Matthew, 18th chapter, reminds us that angels always see the face of the Father. When they enter your home, they bring that reality with them. You might be folding laundry or sitting in silence, and suddenly you're overwhelmed with the sense that you're not alone, that God is right there with you. In that ordinary moment, angels make the veil between heaven and earth feel thin. They remind us God is closer than we think. The sixth sign is dreams or thoughts that redirect your heart. Maybe you woke up with a scripture on your mind you haven't read in years. Maybe you had a dream that felt different, not random, not confusing, clear, comforting, correcting. Angels speak in ways we can receive, not always in visions, sometimes in whispers, sometimes in quiet impressions that linger long after you wake. The Gospel of Matthew, 1st and 2nd chapters, shows us how angels spoke to Joseph in dreams. They warned him, they guided him, they protected the child Jesus. God still uses dreams. He still uses thoughts that rise up from nowhere and settle deep in your spirit. Pay attention to them. Write them down. Sometimes the answer you've been searching for comes not in a sermon, but in a dream. Not in a book, but in a thought you can't shake. Angels plant seeds in the soil of your soul, and when those seeds take root, they grow into direction, wisdom, and peace. The seventh sign is love where there was bitterness. You were angry at someone. You swore you'd never forgive them. And then one morning, you woke up and the weight was gone. The bitterness had lifted. You didn't try to let it go. It just left. That's the work of the Spirit. And angels rejoice when hearts are made whole. The Gospel of Luke, 15th chapter, tells us there is joy in the presence of the angels over one sinner who repents. They celebrate when we turn back to love, when we release what's been holding us captive. If you've felt that shift, that softening, that might be the sign that heaven has been at work in your home while you were sleeping. Forgiveness is not easy. It's not natural, but it's supernatural. And when it happens without you forcing it, you know something greater is at work. Angels minister to our hearts. They remind us of grace. They help us see others the way God sees them. So what do you do with all this? You don't need to see wings or hear trumpets to know that God is near. You don't need proof to trust that you are surrounded. The signs are subtle because God often works in whispers. He doesn't shout. He doesn't force. He invites. And his angels do the same. If you've noticed even one of these signs, don't dismiss it. Don't rationalize it away. Receive it. Let it remind you that you are seen. You are loved. You are never alone. God has not forgotten your address. He knows your door, and he sends help when you need it most. Angels are real. They are active, and they are among us, not to be worshipped, but to point us back to the one who sent them, to the one who loved us enough to surround us with heaven's help. So today, I want to encourage you. Walk through your home with gratitude. Thank God for his presence. Thank him for the protection you didn't see, for the peace you didn't earn, for the comfort that found you in the dark. Acknowledge the work of his angels and live with the awareness that heaven is not far away. It's closer than you think, and it's been visiting you all along. If this message stirred your heart, leave a comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe so we can keep spreading the love of Jesus together. Grace and peace be with you.